y'all. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Miss Katie from Heritage Ways, and today I am cooking up a heritage dish. This is part of the collaboration that was started by Vicky's Country Home. So I invite you to go check out her channel. She's got lots of great recipes and tips. And I'm going to share a very special heritage dish with you. I hope you enjoy it. Hey y'all, I'm real excited to participate in this collaboration, like I mentioned, from Vicky's Country Home. I'm going to tell you what I'm making and why I'm including this in the collaboration that's entitled Family Memories Monday. I am making cheese souffle. That's very dear to my heart, this recipe is. I'm going to tell you how I'm making it and why. 2 tablespoons of butter is melted in our double boiler. I'm adding the 2 tablespoons of flour. You know, when you're making a white sauce, you do equal parts of your grease and your flour. So in this case, I'm using butter. You know, I've already made one video for Family Memories Monday, and I will link that above. And that takes us back just a little bit in our memory bank, not very far. This recipe takes us a little bit further in my memory bank. My mother made this when I was growing up. She made this many times. And I'm going to cook my butter and flour just a little bit to make the white sauce. Cooking it helps get rid of that flour taste. But Mama made this for many Christmases, almost pretty much every Christmas of my growing up. In fact, I've got this recipe book that she gave me, and she wrote several recipes in it. And this is dear to me now because she's been gone about 14 months. But it's great to have these recipes and pass them down, which is what I'm personally trying to do for my own descendants. Mama wrote on here that she used this for Christmas morning brunch, 1989, 1990, 1991, and it's at that point that she gave me the cookbook. So she made it many more times than that. And she also wrote that she used this on Katie's wedding day, July 29th, 1989, and served it with bran muffins. So, it's just, this is something that I never thought, for years and years I had planned on making it. And I just thought it was really difficult and time consuming. Well, it was Christmas of 2016. I made this for the first time, believe it or not. I made it that Christmas morning, and I believe that was a Sunday morning. And I texted my mother, who had cancer at the time, and I texted her a photo of my cheese souffle and just said, thanks for the memories. She texted back that she could smell it from there, 500 miles away. And she died 6 days later. That was the last thing we texted about, was food, that's a good memory, because Heritage Ways, in my opinion, really got its start because of what my mama taught me through the years. So, cheese souffle, it's almost fitting in an odd way that I made it for the first time right before she passed away, almost like passing the torch. So that, friends, is why I shared this recipe with you for Family Memories Monday. In my melted butter and flour, 2 tablespoons of each, I've just put 1 cup of milk. We use raw milk in this house. You could use, probably, I don't see why you couldn't use almond milk or coconut or flax milk or whatever kind you use or prefer. So we're just going to stir this until it becomes thickened. And the only other ingredients are your shredded cheese and 3 eggs that have been separated. We do have a video, a little short how-to video of how to separate the yolks from the whites. I'm going to go over here and put these whites in my KitchenAid and put that on high and whisk that till soft peaks form. And that means it's really foamy. I'll show you. And then we're going to come back and put this together and put it in the oven. Okay, I've stirred and I have my butter and flour and milk into a pretty thin white sauce. I'm adding 1.5 cups of shredded, this is Colby Jack. The recipe actually calls for sharp cheddar, but this is what I grabbed for this today and it'll be fine. And then it just says to stir until the cheese is melted. The cheese will help thicken up the sauce as well. You know, when Vicki, I saw her open collaboration, her open invitation for the collaboration, I got so excited because, you know, this is really a big part of what Heritage Ways is about. I'll link above, I believe here, the story of the birth and growth of Heritage Ways, but it really got started for many reasons, but one is because I am in the process of writing a cookbook for my descendants, and I'm trying to write, this is at the request of my 3 older sons and husband, years of request to do this, and I try to write stories having to do with pretty much every recipe, when we used it, why we used it, how we used it, if there was any special meaning to the recipe and that kind of thing. Not every recipe has a story, but I hope that our children are going to be very pleased when they have the end result. Another tidbit, Family Memories Monday, is I've already told you the story about the text that Mom and I traded about the cheese souffle just days before she died on Christmas Day. Well, also Christmas Eve, I expedited her a draft copy of my cookbook, what I had completed so far. And she was able to read that, and she did send me several spotty texts through her breathing treatments and so forth, that she was very proud of me for putting that together. So that's a special memory to me because she got to see at least the first part of the beginning of the ending of the cookbook. So that was special. But you know, I did get so excited at Vicki's open invitation. I'll tell you why. First, let me tell you what I'm doing here. I'm going to temper the egg yolks. And what that means is if I put the egg yolks right in the mixture, it will just scramble them. So I'm going to just take this spoon and add a little bit of the hot mixture to the egg yolks. And then I'm just going to stir it around. You know, there's more egg yolk there than it is the white sauce. And this is going to temper the eggs. You also temper chocolate. Just gets it up to the temperature, not completely up to the temperature, but it prepares it for what you're about to do. So it's not shocked into scrambling. So I'm just mixing that together, and that should be enough. So now I can add the tempered eggs into the white sauce. And again, this recipe, I was so wrong to think that this was going to be a hard recipe. It requires a little labor, yes, and a little bit of time and devotion, but honestly, what is it, 5 ingredients, and it's not too terribly difficult. So there you go. I've added those 3 egg yolks, and I'll tell you about my excitement for the playlist. We do have a playlist here called Heritage Ways Cooking School, And just as in my cookbook, I try to share with you all if there's a story behind the recipe, a special meaning. So it's almost like an extension of the cookbook that I'm writing for my descendants. I want to share that with y'all. We want to walk community. We want to build community. We want to walk life with you. So I share that with you, and I look forward to your comments down below. I've read so many comments about their own grandmother or mother or aunt making a certain item. So I love that. If you could share that with us, we love it, and I answer as quickly as I can, or as many as I can. So we're going to just let this continue to cook just a little bit. I don't know, not long, just to warm everything up. Okay, I've brought my egg whites over. I do also have a video about making meringue, and this is pretty much the same idea. And we've got soft peaks. You can see that they're not falling out of my mixer bowl. It's not, you know, I could turn it upside down, but that kind of came detached. But anyway, it's not, doesn't at all resemble egg whites anymore. So we've got our white sauce, and what we're going to do is slowly pour it in the egg whites, but we're going to fold it in. And to do that, a spatula is the best tool to do that, because folding, you're kind of making figure eights. You're not stirring or mixing necessarily. Okay, I'm just going to pour it in here a little bit. I'm only going to do it a little bit at a time, and I'm going to just fold it on top of itself. Oh, you don't want to go, you want to do it gently. I add a little bit at a time, just folding it over. Now, I don't claim to be an expert chef, y'all. I just know what I like. I've said that to y'all several times. I know what I like. I know what my family likes. I know how we like it. And that's what I share with y'all. So if I could say anything that's helpful, especially to a new cook, I think that would be awesome. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. They are breaking down a little bit, but you know, that can't be helped. I'm going to go ahead and add the last of this. And then after this, we're just going to pour it into a greased pan that's appropriate. Now, Mama wrote on the recipe a souffle pan, but I'll just show you what I use. Really, anything round with straight sides is ideal. And this recipe is just one that feeds the soul, provides great memories. It's a heritage food for me, and it's just delicious. So a buttered round casserole dish is what I use, and it goes in the oven 300 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And then you have to eat it pretty right away. I'm going to show you. Can't wait. Okay, we have our souffle out of the oven. Let's see if you can see that. It can and will fall. It's been my experience. This looks so good. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, it's not overdone. I'm going to sit and eat a bowl of this and thank the Lord for memories. Look at that. Cheese souffle, heritage item, memories that are passed down with this. It's going to be great. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll subscribe below. Hit the red button to subscribe, and the little bell will give you notifications whenever we've uploaded a new video. We'd love for you to follow us at heritageways.com. That's our website, and it's there that you can buy, these are kind of worn out, but these woven hot pads made by our 3 little children. So go check that out. How to purchase a package of 3 of those. They hand pick the colors, and they just love doing that for y'all. Follow us at Instagram at heritage.ways. And I hope that you will try this. But more than that, I hope you'll comment below and let me know if there's a special dish that comes from your heritage. I'd love to hear about that. This is good. It's going to be great. Thanks for watching, y'all. And thanks, Mama, for the memories.